Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the replay crew. And good God, that is bright. Okay, so let me turn this down just a tad. Y'all don't need to have my wrinkles highlighted. Hey, Heather. I love the idea of peppers. That's absolutely fabulous. Kristen, Brazzy, Sandy, welcome aboard. Welcome to the replay crew, but I think I already said that. All right, you guys saw the title. Where did it go? I was gonna say it should be up there somewhere. A new level of grief. I came upon it yesterday, and that's why I'm labeling this show that. Dad has been gone since June. And some, to put it lightly, asshat decided to copy his profile. I mean, Dad had a Facebook, but Facebook took it away because they said he typed too fast. For frick's sake, he was 89 years old. He does not type too fast. So he didn't have one. I mean, it was there. It was just he didn't do anything with it. He couldn't get into it. They locked him out. But I'm going through Facebook like I rarely do, and how they have that area that says, people you may know. There was my dad. I haven't done anything yet, but I'm tempted to give this person a piece of my mind. That you're copying a guy who's already dead. So not too many people are going to bite for your phishing scams. But hey, Nick, how are you? I expect videos of you playing that classical guitar. But I realized, and why I titled this A New Level of Grief, is with the age of social media. Hey, Sandy. With this age of social media, this is going to reoccur and become what do you call it? Hate to say it, a regular thing. People are going to see that, their past loved ones and whatnot. They're going to see, well, people you may know, even though you already had them on your friends list, are going to come up, and it's going to bring up maybe some of the what is it, 7 levels of grief we have. For me, it was anger, not the fact that Dad's gone. He's my parent. That's, we lose all our parents. We can't. It's unavoidable. But the fact that someone thought that they could scam other people. I don't even know if I even have someone's doubled my account. If anyone wants to try that, they're welcome to the insanity because they won't be able to keep up. But yeah, it sucked. But luckily, my stepmom hadn't seen it. Though the picture was of Dad, and then you click on the profile picture, it's him and my stepmom. So, but I have a feeling this is something we're going to have to start teaching the younger ones than us. That this is going to happen. It's going to be unavoidable, and we're going to have to teach them how to cope with it, how to deal with it. Had my in-laws had a Facebook. They died in 2014. So in their 90s, so they didn't ever even have a computer. So, but my one sister would have had a complete mental breakdown if she saw my sister-in-law, if she saw that go through. She doesn't even have a Facebook, but had she seen that go through a social media of people you may know and then seeing one of her parents. Hey John, how goes it? Um, so we can't avoid it, but we're gonna have to teach others how to see it, recognize it, not fall for it. Yeah. Um, I haven't requested it yet. It was just still a list of people I may know, so I can probably go back and find it. I took a screenshot so I know which profile picture they're using. But um I have a feeling it'll be added to the what is it? The diagnostic yeah, save that 5 times. Diagnostic statistical manual. Uh that will might I can see that in the future being the 8th level of grief that people have to go through and have to learn how to handle. So, uh, like these two, um, Mama's page is still up, but I think one of my brothers let it know that she's gone, so it's you can't post, you can't do anything anymore. Bradley's whole page is still up, and I haven't said anything, and so it's still open, and I never did look to see if he got happy birthdays on his birthday. I didn't look for that one. But that people will get used to. Okay, this was, like for me, this was Bradley's page, this was Mama's page, this was Dad's page, and we knew that they're gone. But then out of the blue, someone just decides that they're just going to copy that page and try to fool other people just to get some money out of them. Um, people are going to have to be taught how to recognize it and how to not let it affect them. It was sad for me, because it was like, there's Dad, you know. But then my brain went to, you fucking asshole. You're doing, because they had some mutual friends on his page. So I'm like going, they bought into this. Um, but people are gonna have to be taught how to recognize that this is not your loved one. This separate yourself from it. That so that they can't affect you. They can't get to you uh the way they think they could manipulate you. Yeah, it's oh yeah, Facebook's bad for hacking. Yeah. Oh, wow, born in June, and yeah, mine was born in October, died in June. Yeah. Um yeah, see, this was a copy of my dad's page. So um I'm gonna send the picture to my stepmom of what to keep an eye out for, because she's big on Facebook. That's kind of She's 91. It kind of keeps her busy. I can't see, so I really have a hard time looking at all the little tiny fine print on my phone. It's bad when hey Ben, how's it going? Yeah, it sucks because like I said, it's something new that people are going to have to learn to not even really accept, but adjust to. Seeing your past loved ones, someone says you might know, Facebook recommendation of, you might know this person, and you're looking at it go, no, I know this person and I know they're dead. So I go by miles. That sounds like I go by houses. Well, so and so's old house over here. Yeah, just go about 4 houses past that, and you're there. Yeah. Um, I don't know what can be done, if anything, to the people who do this kind of stuff. It's I don't know if it lands under freedom of speech, but yet to the family members, some of them would consider it hate speech. It's a double-edged sword. What do you do? That's why I'm thinking the only thing we can really do is get people to recognize it and address it, report them, but don't let it get under your skin don't try to kid yourself that that person is really behind that profile, especially when you know they're gone. Oh yeah, you should see uh pictures of and videos of people sitting under these walls of cell phones. There's a high chance you're being scammed by that or trolled or whatever by these people on these phones that are like bots. Uh, but as if social media stays so prevalent, especially because Facebook is, I hate to say it, more towards the older generation, um, you're going to see that more and more, especially as we get older. And I don't know how to even start to get to tell people this is gonna be a thing. You know? Oh, good Lord, yes. The prince from Nigeria who wanted you to send them several $1,000s to unlock his millions of dollars. Mhm, yes. Um, I always tell people when you get people who want to talk to you and stuff, and they're like, where are you from? Yada yada yada. What do you do? So I usually end up with I'm in the Pacific Northwest and I'm a broke ass housewife. Yeah, I usually don't hear much back from them after that. Though I did see a meme said if someone slides into your DMs and uh, what is it? They want to offer you stuff. Just show them pictures of your bills and tell them you can pay my bills. They'll disappear in a heartbeat. Um, oh God, yeah. I had someone who said, "Well, I work for was it the UN? Maybe they were a doctor who worked for the UN, and I forget what was going on with the UN at that time." I said, "Well, what are your feelings on I forget whatever this was at that time? You know, what's going to be done about this?" Silence. Never bothered again. So, yeah. And I love these people from other countries who think, "Oh, Americans are rich." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Have you looked at Philadelphia, Kensington, and San Francisco? No, we're not rich at all, especially through these last 4 years." Oh, but yeah, I'm constantly getting this. If they don't know anybody on my friends list, then they're completely ignored. Why do witches wear black? So you can't tell which is which. I actually have color on today. A shirt I got from Timu. And I got another silk robe. Not silk robe, but satin robe from Timu. So, oh yeah. Or even people who comment on YouTube, because I follow Reverend Ed Travers, a Anglican priest out of Halifax. God, Halifax is gorgeous. That's a beautiful city. And, you know, I get this from Reverend, their YouTube name is Reverend Ed Travers, some numbers behind it. And, and you'll be blessed. And the whole type of talking is like, yeah, that is not the Reverend. Not at all. And you go look, they've been made to profile was made 2 days before. So, nah. So this is just one more thing that social media has thrown upon people that I I'm hoping they never expected to happen. No. Purposely this was meant to be addictive, you know, but I don't think they expected, people to scam other people by the thought of there being a dead person. But if anybody wants to send me dad's ballot, I can vote for him. I mean, who was it? I think it was Will Smith who said found out his grandpa voted twice in an election. His grandpa was already dead. I'm like, wow, says a lot. Yeah. Oh, good lord, I think they should. Yes, I think I think is it the Oh yeah, they do want people stressed out because it makes more cortisol in your system, which in turn makes you sicker. Then you have to go to deal with big pharma, and they're not going to cure you. They're going to, string you along. And my belief is if you have a side effect, that's your body telling you you've been poisoned. Um uh oh, speaking of body, I got my heart monitor results back. I have Not only do I have the PVCs, which I already knew, I have PACs. So that's your ventricular and your what's the other half side? Uh, Ventricles and the two sides of your heart. The It's gone now. It is completely gone of what I know. I know what that word should be, and it's just gone. There you go. Yes, we both buy me a Coke. We both came up with it at the same time. It showed up. Yours showed up as I said it. Yeah. So I got both sides of my heart with an irregular heartbeat. Uh, I have yeah, my atrial. So ventricle and your atrial, none of them beat like they're supposed to. And they called it Bigemini. I have that with my heart issue. None of it's gonna yeah, thank you. And none of it's gonna knock me out. I'm not gonna be walking down the road and just drop dead. But uh after my echo on the 8th, that next Thursday, so a week from that or week yeah, I have a video conference with my doctor so I don't have to go all the way to Issaquah again. Um about medication or seeing a specialist. I'm gonna put I'm not exactly sure what the Bigemini means, but it just means that my heartbeat isn't in a proper sinus rhythm like it's supposed to be. It's I closed it. Shit, I don't have it up. That would take forever. Where you saw that weird little plateau. Oh, you didn't see it yesterday. Shit. I'll send it to you by Facebook Messenger. Um, I have like a plateau in my heartbeat. It's just up and stays there for a while and then goes back down. And oh, it's okay. It's okay, love. It's already late at your house on your end too. So I'm gonna push for the specialist so I can just get uh the ablation done since I was already on medication and all this stuff still showed up while I was on the medication. So I'm just gonna push for the ablation, and if I have to lay still like they do when they put people in with a stent. My mother-in-law had to have basically like a C clamp on her hip. Bradley had to have these things on his wrist because they went through his wrist for his stents. And they did have some tachycardia show up. That did show up. But if I can get this uh, ablation done, it'll be over with. Won't have to deal with it anymore. So, but yeah, Paola, the title is on the new level of grief is when you got people, you have relatives and friends who are active on social media and more, are getting active. And then they pass away and someone copies their profile, and you scroll down Facebook and you see, people you may know. And I saw someone copied my dad's profile. So, um, I I can't really, I don't know. I really don't want to friend them, but I can't see their shit without doing it. So, yeah, it was a bit unnerving. And uh and then I got thinking about people down the road in the future who are gonna see this, especially uh Gen X, who not, yeah, a lot of our generation created all this computer stuff, but there's still a percentage of us who would still have their VCR blinking 12, so they might not understand if they come across that. So, oh, oh wow, yeah. I hope it works. I'm tired of taking pills every time I turn around. Um, that, but yeah, it's something that people are gonna have to adjust to, get used to. You know, like I said, these guys had a Facebook. I knew it. Mama's is kind of, I think it's defunct. It's still up, but you can't post anything on it. You can't post the I miss yous, all that anymore. It's locked, but I think his is still up. So, 8 tracks. Yeah, yeah. The truth is becoming rarer and rarer nowadays, which sucks. What's the thing I just did? TikTok. I just did. Tell them the truth, and you separate the sheep from the goats. What was it? Shoot. I should have had. I think I deleted it probably. Um. Oh, uncover the truth, and you expose the. That's what. Uncover the truth, and you expose the wolves in the pack. Yes. No. Not nang it. I gotta find it. I No, not all this. Recently deleted. Oh yeah. Expose the lies, and you uncover the wolves in the flock. So yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, no, they can't handle the truth. You got enough of them who are told the same lie enough, they take it as truth. And so when you tell them the truth, they think you're lying. Well, I say I'm 29 until the 9 comes in front of the 2. I had an old lady at the nursing home tell me that, and she said that she goes, "I'm 94." So, like, that's good. I'm gonna swipe that one. Uh, yeah. My my father-in-law, they would play a game of some kind of game hunting to see, who would end up doing dishes for the big crew. And you'd have to kind of lie to flip over how many cards you got or whatever. And he did so well, you know, but it came to once, and finally he couldn't he couldn't lie that his hand was, better than what it was, and he's like, "I'm out. I can't lie. I'll wash the dishes." I mean, my youngest can't lie. All I have to do is look at him, and I know. Well, both of them, I know they're lying, except for the older one will look at me, lie, and laugh, and I'm like going, "You asshole." So, but Yeah, it's hard getting the truth from a lot of people nowadays. But I've been working on the 8-year-old, the now 9-year-old. The shit you're gonna see is like on Instagram or whatever. There's a high chance isn't real. And then I took her to there's a certain website. Is it like these people aren't real or something like that? And they're all computer generated faces. Of course, they look real. They look like people. I said, "This is technology, honey. You don't, you know." I said, "Don't buy into it. Don't think, well, this is a neat person, and they're high chance they're just going to scam you, and they're not a real person at all." I mean, yep, left-handed Scorpio. Yep, who got his ex-wife's name covered up on his neck with a peony because it's the November birth flower. So, yep. My youngest is well, I only have the two, is a Sagittarius. And so is my granddaughter. Both her and I are born on the 6th. Oh, I took a couple of notes for this. Where did I put notes to talk about? Oh yeah, all this scamming stuff. No, it's out of the box, out of the bottle. Not even Persephone can put it back in the box. It's gonna be a constant thing we're gonna have to deal with. And it's, oh, I know, darling. I know. It's not that bad. As I sit here with all the stuff I found out since my birthday, yeah, it's not that bad. But the hard issue I'm pushing because everything's going to be paid for up to the 31st of December. We don't have to do it. So I was like, yeah, might as well do that since it's all paid for. Might as well get my head MRI done. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to have estrogen, I have to have a mammogram. And I went into the mammogram and they're like, well, yeah, guess what? So, yeah, what? I don't know about him. Yeah, those two had their issues. So, and they're both Scorpios, left-handed Scorpios. So, yeah, I think if anything, my oldest first thing I said was, "You've never been by yourself before." He'd either lived at home, they moved out together, never, you know. So, but he's doing okay with it. He's doing okay with it. Wish he'd have been that clean and organized when he lived here at the house. So, but yeah, what was the other thing I put up? So, actually, somewhat of an organized video. Oh yeah, one of the things I wrote is they're gonna have to be taught how to see it and not let it destroy them. Especially if it's right after the person has crossed over. You'll have, especially people who haven't really come to grips with the fact that this person is gone, to have someone copy their thing, it's really gonna, you know, yes, it's very hard to live up to the cleanliness of the Virgo. I'm still trying to achieve that in my space, but it's also hard when you're ADHD. Um, but it'll destroy a lot of people, and I'm sure maybe there'll be a new level of PTSD section for this too, for what it's going to do to the people when they see something like this and it just cripples them and they can't do anything. It'll it may cripple them to the point where they can't be on social media or even just deal with the internet. They become more introverted than ever before because of one moment of what they saw online. So, oh, yeah. Sometimes I think I have a bit more organization than I do cleanliness. But yeah, it's not. I haven't had time to. I'm looking forward to the colder weather, just so I can say, well, I'm only going to work in this room today while nobody's here, and I can just turn the heat on in here, stay in here, and not have to, and I can work on getting all this organized again. But every time I start cleaning up, start moving stuff around, I get, can you watch Kira this weekend? So then out has to go to the closet, out goes the bed and all the blankets and all the little thing that hangs above my head back here so she can have her little sleepy, comfy, cozy tent. But uh, one of the suggestions I keep getting is my cousin, Reed. And I don't think he knows who I don't have my maiden name down. So a lot of classmates haven't found me, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to be found. And family, his side of the family, if they don't directly know what my name is, they won't find me. But I have his sister. I'm not here. I have one of the girls, so whenever we go to Scatter Dad, I can say, hey, Rhonda, tell your brother and sister that, we're gonna put Dad up at the old ball field. But it's another thing I wrote down. I wrote down this last night when my brain was just going, uh, uh, oh, greed without a conscience. That's another thing I wrote. These people don't care. They just want to sit on their ass and do nothing and take your money and make you think that you're doing it, that someone else is asking for it. And I'm not sure why society has gotten this way. I mean, it's always been this way, but I mean, it's worse. It's gotten worse, way worse. And even you get panhandlers on the road who make more money panhandling than some people do at a job. Granted, I wouldn't want to. Oh wow, yeah. I don't know much about these signs. I haven't, you know. I I don't. I never really stopped to learn. I just know that I'm a Virgo and I'm supposed to be this, and sometimes I am. Sometimes I can be very Virgo. I have all of the ring fit, all the worlds, all the little levels in each world. What what body type exercise, if it's red, blue, or yellow or green, and then what fruits and vegetables you get from that level, and I have it all for all like 300 and some levels to do. And then there's this chaos I got over here. So I think tomorrow's live will be folding clothes. Plop my butt in the living room, the little white TV tray, and work from there like I used to do last year. It's the only way I'm going to get it done, because I kept thinking I'm going to watch something on TV. There's nothing I want to watch. I mean, I do want to watch Nefarious, but that might be something I have to actually focus on. Maybe I'll just put up on Hoarders and start cleaning my living room. That's usually what I do. I'll put on something like that, or how clean is your house, and I'll, feel like I'm not cleaning by myself. I have someone else, or I'll look at someone else's house and go, "Thank God I don't look like that," but I'm gonna keep cleaning. So, mm, but the what was it? The 9-year-old now. I asked her. I said, "Do you?" We went and got a muffin at the panaderia. She got a big old chocolate muffin. I said, "Should we put a candle in it when we get home?" Yeah, yeah, okay. I turn around and look at her later on. She ate it and is sitting there with her phone because she got a new phone, and I think she's got Spotify on it, and then watching YouTube videos on the Switch. I looked at her and I was like, going, "Well, okay, so much for the candle on that one." She ate it; it's gone, completely gone. And what'd she do? She got YouTube on it, so but she doesn't watch anything bad. She watches these people play Minecraft. Yeah. Oh, sweet. I will keep an eye out for it. I will keep an eye out for it. Um, what was it? She cracked me up because one of the first songs on her Spotify, and I could tell whose musical influence she got, was Master of Puppets by Metallica. So she's going through the old, well, I call it old butt rock music. You know, she's listening to that kind of stuff on her Spotify. So I was like, yep, yep, I can tell where she got her musical influence from. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's almost 11 or 10. One of the close times on there. Yeah, that's okay. I all my phone calls lately have been the hospital. You have this appointment. You have this appointment. I'm calling to remind you about this appointment. So and oh, I don't have Crafty or Jason. Uh, oh, cool. I have to find where I put that white paper, the paper I send in with a $20 check to get the white paper for my birth vitals because my birth certificate doesn't have any of that on it. And Mama just remembers it was around noon. That's all she remembers. But yeah. But I would love to get my Vedic chart done, but I don't know. So what the hell was I saying? Oh, um, I looked on Facebook Marketplace. Uh, none of those dishes, they don't have anything like that. And if they have anything similar, it's called ship to you or ship to home. So I'm just gonna sell them on eBay. The Indiana glass, they have Indiana. I should never have went on there. They have the red. People have red Indiana glass. I like red glass. Oh, that's awesome though, Ben. That is awesome. That might that's awesome. Yeah, they have red Indiana glass, and I like red glass. For some reason, I do. But I also for my kitchen, I have like collect apples. So maybe that's why. Mom's Indiana glass is blue frosted, and no. And then, but two pieces I have to keep. My oldest wants is the uh darker blue kind of carnival glass, the oil slick carnival glass. It's I think one's like a candy dish, and this the with the lid and then this weird scalloply bowl thing on a stem. I don't know what they're called. But rat. So that I could probably put on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm trying to figure out if in the box downstairs, Mother has one of those chickens. Stick it. That's too funny. They're chicken bowls. Like a nesting chicken. The chicken comes off and you get the nesting, put whatever in there. Candies, needles, whatever. And I'm trying to remember if Mom has one or if I saw one down at the farm. But I'm looking at this going, someone I know has one of these. So I've got to go through. But yeah, I'm looking at Facebook Marketplace and my cousin pops in and she's asking about my adoption because we found each other on 23andMe before I'm glad I did it, but the idea now that my DNA is out there. My cousin and I share 3% of our DNA because her mom and dad were my grandma and grandpa. Brother, 2 sisters married 2 brothers. So that's why we share so much DNA. And so she's asking about my adoption, if Molly knew, because some people were told your baby died and then they got adopted out, and these people never knew. And I said, no, she knew. And then we got talking about me sitting on Marketplace wanting to buy more shit that I don't need. She's got a bunch of crochet stuff she wants to figure out how to sell and get rid of because she does it to relax. And I'm like, she's tried local places and they don't do that. So if anybody has any idea on where to sell stuff that you've crocheted, I need to get a box of stuff that my aunt crocheted and sent to my cousin Sally to give to the girls because my boys don't give a shit. I mean, not everybody has a use for a swan made out of a bar of soap. She crocheted around an ivory bar of soap, gave it a little swan neck and beak and everything, and with some wire, and they're not gonna want it. If anything, they'd cut the yarn and use the soap. So yeah. So if anybody knows of places that can sell and deal with crochet, great. I haven't done much this last day or two because I gotta. Once Tubbalub is awake, because behind her is my foldable card table. I got to get pictures of the plates, make sure that there's no scratches. I don't think there's a couple of fork marks, but yeah, they're used. They're not brand new. But if you want to finish your set, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I had to give away a mechanical bed, electric bed with a remote control. Nobody, I put it up Marketplace, anything. Nobody, of course, nobody's got $1,000 really in cash to just. So it went to the YWCA. It was a Serta zero gravity, nice bed, excellent. She bought it and slept in the recliner. Well, that got burnt, but yeah. So it went to the YWCA. So yeah, but it wasn't any money out of my pocket, and the scooter went to Dad because now my stepmom at least got the scooter, and I know she doesn't weigh 250 pounds, so she's within the weight limit. So, oh no, God, I miss those old, stale, musty motel rooms with the wood paneling on the wall. It's either the wood paneling or just the straight plaster on the wall, and you always fought over who got the quarter to sit there and run that machine for however 5-10 minutes the thing was. Yeah. Kids nowadays have no clue. When you say you slept, there was a magic finger bed, they're gonna go, "Oh," you know, "Is this something P. Diddy had?" But no, it's just something it was a vibrating bed. Yeah, this was I had over a year ago. Oh, yeah, those were more like an argument between me and my brother, Yeah, I remember my parents did well, both you 2 just lay down and share it. "No!" There was the neatest little place in Spokane, almost outside of Spokane, that little row of motels that right behind it was a piece of forest before you got to 395. And I went by one time and they had bulldozed it all. I'm like, damn, that place was cute. It was cool. I mean, every time I went, I liked to stay there, even though it wasn't anything fancy. But yeah, the things Gen X has gotten to see, then probably will see. I don't know. Speaking of will see, anybody see that comet? Um, obviously, just that's awesome, though. That's awesome. Um, did anybody see the comet? It should be up a little bit higher tonight, within the sunset. I saw I don't have a fancy enough I mean, I don't have a sturdy enough tripod for my P900. I need to find one because I bought one on Amazon that says it's for the P900, and you put that telephoto thing on, and the first thing that the weight of the camera, it just wants to go. "Yeet." So no, it's not gonna hit. They're calling it a second moon, which I don't think it's bright enough. It may get bright enough. I don't know. But I looked out last night and all I saw was a dot. At first I was like, "Oh, that looks like Mars." Kid out the star, what? No, that's not Mars. Mars is supposed to be over here. And yeah, I tried to get pictures. Yeah, yeah, we might if no, I won't. Yeah, clear enough. My nose is starting to run. Uh, the Northern Lights are a possibility tonight. Eh, come on, over here. I'll show what I tried to even get with my phone. That was, but it's just not. That's what I got with my phone. They say it's supposed to be. I there's no tail. There's no ion tail, and I guess there's another type of tail that someone saw. I haven't seen any of them. I mean, with Hale Bopp, you could see the debris tail. With a telescope, we got to see the debris tail and the ionic tail, but that just looks like a planet. Stickable. Uh, you know, I've heard a couple ideas that it may be a spaceship. I don't know. I don't discount anything anymore. It's like, yeah, I learn a little bit of everything. So if it something that's completely outlandish comes true, you can help soothe the masses and let them know that it's not, you know. eh, but yeah, there was a new SpaceX. No, that came back. No, never mind. That was the rocket that the booster that came back and landed. Um, but, well, evidently, and I still don't know much about it. Uh, these drone swarms and a mothership evidently our guys, their army or whatever, there's been a whole bunch of drone swarms. They won't make it. God. Yeah, you make Ben, that makes me wonder mapping it. I've always wanted to go on Reddit because there's a subreddit for Ring Fit, and there's these different worlds that I have now ran over 500 miles in place in my living room. Um, but you run through these worlds, and I've always wondered if anybody's tried to map either these worlds or these buildings you're running in, and because I try to turn around the best I can with my little ring and look right behind me, see if they have it. And I always wondered if anybody's even mapped out those buildings, because some of them I'm so used to. You go this way, you turn to the right, you turn to but I can't draw. So, yeah, it's not a year and a half ago, maybe. I want to say there was a bunch of weird drone things that showed up in Ukraine. And if you want to go off the idea that the interdimensionals won't let humans use an atomic bomb because not only does it mess with this dimension, it has a ripple effect throughout the rest of the dimensions. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, that's what my brain thinks of when I'm running through these worlds. I can just wonder what part of how a map would look if we get all put together. But yeah, dang it, they got cat fur. I love my cats, but two of them are long hair, and I think I'm gonna get a new cat whether I like it or not. A beautiful cat. He's great personality. He's a tuxedo. He's fabulous. The fat ass over here doesn't like him. He comes into the house and she immediately hisses at him. But he's a great cat. Just gotta get him fixed. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if anyone's ever done it yet. I mean, do you get used to? It's like when I played the game Myst. I pretty much had it all mentally pictured in my head. Okay, I got to go up to this tree level, and I got to go right. I got to look for this lever here, and then I can open this door here. To you just kind of map it out in your head so you can see it in your head before you get there. Yeah, I just the things I think about when I'm exercising. I I keep seeing things for uh, VR, but those things are heavy. Can't imagine trying to run in place with that thing on your. That'd throw your neck out of place, or I'd fall down. You know, I can see me falling down first before anything. So, uh, I do want to get a VR set for one game only. Missed. It's the one and only game. I think we'd love to be able to walk through that world. I mean, it's such a cool world to be in, and the different level. They're just well, I love it, because I'm by myself. There's no jump scare. There's nothing like that. So I know I can peacefully walk. Yep. Yep. The original one. Not Riven, not Exile, but Mist. That's where my name came from. Finished that game in 8 days on a 20 megahertz Tandy computer that ran Windows 3.0. You started up the game, you went over and made your pot of coffee, had a few cups, and by the time you got back, it had all fully loaded. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got that on iTunes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They had some weird things in there. If you go listen to Dr. Jane Ruby and Stu Peters. And now there's an article about what was put into the amount. the different chemicals and everything, like arsenic and that were put into a lot of them. I mean, it was that past what's acceptable for the FDA for for drinking water. Yeah, there's a Substack about that. Yeah, what part? I'm trying to figure out. Hmm, would that be in the shipwrecked world? No. Yeah, I stopped giving my kids theirs when they were younger, especially when they kept. Okay, yeah, I think that's the shipwrecked one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Mhm. As the water, yeah, that's too funny. That is too funny. Somewhere I have like 4 versions of that game, and, this doesn't even have a DVD-ROM. Um, yeah, they started coming up with, well, they needed to have this, and they needed to have this, and I'm like going, fine when they get to that time in their life, if they're gonna be around that, fine, but not right now. It's just like if you're gonna go, why would you get a malaria vaccine now if we're not gonna be around malaria unless we go somewhere? So, yeah, yeah. Um, I'm fine if you can just give me, say, the measles, the dead measles piece in just saline. Fine, not a problem. Um, but it's all, so I don't consider myself anti-vax. I'm like anti-suspension fluid. Just give me the vaccine and a little bit of the actual dead thing and some saline solution or whatever, and be done with it. But there was a meme. I wasn't very good at Mario. No, I wasn't good at it. I liked the Phoenix. It was a it, it was in a pizza shop in down in the lower Sunnyside in the lower Yakima Valley. It was a table, one of those table games. But I had Pong. My dad was so proud when he came home with Pong. Of course, it was so exciting. Oh boy, let's ooh, this is something really new and neat. Yeah. So, but my generation, I think we had like 5 or 6, and I don't know how many polios I got. Oh, I know, I know. I miss pizza places that sell shrimp pizza. Um, Mother was an RN. We moved so many different times that she didn't have my vaccine record. So we'd be in the doctor's office, and she's like, "I don't know if you got your polio update or not. Here, take this." I'm getting a cube of sugar with the drops on it. So I have no idea. You know, I should be I should be able to just pass that on to my kids. I've had so many vaccines of the polio that she never kept track of. Oh yeah, it's getting. Thank goodness there's finally a cases, because as as I was taught, it takes 7 to 10 years to develop one of those. So I'm like going, and Moderna had it on the computer for 2 days, and then no way in hell was I going to do that. Mm-mm. So yeah, the doctor, our doctor said, because both him and Keith took the J&J, even though neither Mark didn't want to. Keith got irritated with a coworker and went and did it, and I was pissed. I'm like, I told you, just wait. This is gonna drop. You're not gonna have to do it. But so Mark told him, our immune systems are now forever compromised. So, but I'm looking at that, my little tiny AA degrees in the general sciences, and I'm going, yeah, no, this is made too fast. So, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would be too. Yeah, the 9-year-old's grandpa. We lost him in December. They ran out and took them. And I have a video of a scientist, UK scientist, who's, one of the lead people in mRNA, and he said it kills your gold star uh, uh, T cells, the ones that go after cancer. And not a month and a half later, Mike was back in for cancer again. He had pretty much beaten it the first time, and it came back. So, and yeah, she never, the 8-year-old's, the 9, I get used to calling her 9, the 9-year-old's mother and stepdad didn't take it. I don't even think their own dad took it either. They're just like, no thanks, we're good, we're good. So it was deadly, yeah. Mm-hmm. Is whereas the dead virus would be in your pee, yeah. I still remember the lining us up for the uh, smallpox and getting the smallpox vaccine. Mine is underneath, somewhere under here, under the flap, is mine, and it's like a lot of guys are on their shoulder, but for some reason for us girls, they just kind of tucked it underneath, so it wasn't there. Yeah, no. BCG. What's that? Yeah. All I did was get informed as much as I could. Oh, yeah, the that huge thing that they came at us with a bunch of different little needles for the smallpox vaccine. Yeah. Uh, you don't see, I guess, reruns anymore of when the Brady Bunch all came down with the measles. I remember that was I think I was even in my 20s when I saw that rerun again. When all the kids got the measles, had to stay home. I mean, oh, I don't know if I got that. Who knows if I got it or not? I know I got the TB test. I stamped the little bunny face on you on your arm, and then right where the nose is where they put in the fluid. And then if the nose swells up, you're positive for it, or a carrier for it. Oh man, I remember those needles. Man. No, it's no. It's like the yeah. The needle I got for the biopsy over here was man, what about the size of what I'd call one of those cow needles. But yeah, I'm I'm not a fan of needles unless they're a certain type of needles. Then I'm a fan. But on average, no. So yeah. Okay, I gotta get ready for my bull in the China hutch. I gotta go to the post office again, except we're not gonna stop at the panaderia. That's what you had enough sugar yesterday. This child had the frosted cupcakes for school and the big chocolate muffin. Yeah, she's had enough sugar. We'll just go get the mail and I can get the window fixed. Mhm. I'll probably get a pink ribbon eventually. It's another excuse for another one. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. So, yes. All my love, Miss Dragon. I will see you all tomorrow at the same bat time and the same bat channel. All right, guys, wish me luck with a 9-year-old.
Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.